first part of this is very heavily cued into that around his hierarchy of needs. So are we providing a safe environment for people to work in? You know, when I look at our business, as I talked earlier, we provide consumer goods for people. At best, at absolute best, we may give people 2 minutes of pleasure when they have one of our drinks or eat one of our snacks, and we may give them some vitamins or some health benefits, but we're never going to save their lives. You know, we're not in the pharmaceutical industry where we're either delivering drugs or medical implants that can save lives. We will at best give people some pleasure. So why would we want to hurt people at work if all they're doing is delivering something that will give a couple of minutes pleasure to the consumer? It's just not worth it. So we have to provide a very safe environment for our people to work in. And if we do that, then people will feel engaged about our business because they'll recognise that we value them as individuals. So very important to us. And then from an employee relations and labour relations standpoint, keeping our people informed about what's happening, very open communication lines, and then very open for two-way communication. So how do people raise issues up the line rather than it be a one-way process down the line? So a critical part to how we manage our business. And then the processes that support that, you know, really into two areas. One is around engagement. So engagement is really turning people on to come to work. So you've heard the notion of people walking into work and leaving their brain at the door as they come in. That's the last thing we want. We want our people coming in, thinking about work, being inspired by what we present them with as problems, and really engaging in trying to drive the business forward because it feels like it's their business, not our business. So critical to do to that. So have we got things in place that really generate that behaviour and drive it with our people? And really having people synced into the goals of the organisation. So do their personal goals, their team goals, are they delivering for the business in the right way? So critical that we have line of sight of performance for people and very, very clear performance scorecards and metrics. And that links to the next point there, which is about performance focus. I talked earlier about performance with purpose. We can't lose sight of what will drive our business long term is continued success. So we have to deliver. But the way we deliver, it goes together, it's symbiotic. We have to do both, but we have to deliver performance as well. So an ongoing process to support that. And then from a people standpoint, so talked earlier about the right people in the right place, but have they got the right skills? Have they got the right knowledge? Have we trained them? Do they understand their role? Do we constantly go back and validate that training? There's a very hackneyed process within lots of organisations that train people and assume once the training has been delivered, that's all they need to do. We're not there yet, but we are aspiring towards it. A much more rigorous process of validation of training and an ongoing measurement of capability from people, so that a year down the line they still have the skills that were delivered to them through the training a year earlier. So critical to how we drive our business forward. And then attitude and behaviour, very difficult to really put your hands on what this means. But we, as I said earlier, we have the luxury of some incredibly powerful brands that people have an association with. But that's only one side of the coin. The way we do things, if we have a business that's very, very committed locally, focused on the local community, delivering for the people who work locally, they'll start to feel proud about our organisation. Their attitude will be very positive, and they'll feel great about the employer. Dennis talked about IBM and some of the competitors and sister companies looking globally but also looking locally and providing local relevance. That's what this talks to for us. Making your organisation locally relevant for people will only engage them better and make them have a much more positive attitude to the community they operate within, but also the business that employs them. Really, really important for us. And then as I talked earlier around respect and integrity, critical. It sounds obvious, and I guess most of us could tick the box and say that that's important to us. But it is what people will constantly pull back to when they feel things are being managed unfairly or inappropriately. They'll hold the flag up and rightly be concerned that the business isn't focused on them. So it's really critical that we do that and we manage people in the appropriate way. And then finally, people feel rewarded for their contribution. And rewarding is not just financial, as you guys well know. It's not about just the pay at the end of the week or at the end of the month. Do people feel valued by their boss? Do people feel valued by the organisation? Do they feel valued by their colleagues? So how do we create an environment that fosters that type of environment? So really, this model is something we're using to bridge the corporate view of PepsiCo with our local relevance for people in terms of what does it mean for them day to day, and then how does that play out to the local community they operate within. You know, fundamentally, our first role in the local community is to be a good employer, provide people with a secure future, an ability to grow as individuals and make a positive contribution to the society they operate in. If we do that, then we'll have a positive impact in the environment we operate in. We do need to do more than that because we have some social responsibilities and we've got some environmental responsibilities given the business we've got. But it starts with the people we employ, and we have to employ them well, and that's what this focuses on. And if we do that, they will become great ambassadors for our organisation and help grow the business going forward. Okay? Thank you, Joe.